Hey y'all, welcome to Reflecting Divinity. My name's Jamie. I'm an intuitive reader, and I first just want to thank all my new subscribers. That's very exciting, and I appreciate your subscribing as well as the lovely comments that y'all have been leaving. I had a pick a card reading planned for today, and then I really felt like Spirit was nudging me to do a different reading. So that's what I've got here. The messages that are coming through today are for Lightworkers, Starseeds, empaths, healers, really anyone who is looking to serve others, to do good in the world, to bring hope, to bring help, to bring healing. So I'm just looking to bring through messages for guidance along the lines of life purpose and your path. I will say that Spirit gave me a general message for this reading, and they said to share your light, you must not give it away. So to be able to share your light in this world, you cannot give it away, and that the energy around this is to recognize and accept your light within. I will also say, if you are open to healing attunements or activations from the angels, I felt Metatron in my energy as this was coming through, and it sat in my heart center and in my solar plexus. It felt very prominent in those areas. So I just want to offer that. If you were open to it, then you can receive that as well. I have 3 readings to choose from. I have pile 1 with a rose quartz. I have pile 2 with a clear quartz, and then I have pile 3 with sodalite. So you can go ahead and pause this video if you want to take some time to tap into your intuition to see which pile is your pile. And I will just say, take what resonates, release the rest. And on that note, I will see you at your selected reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the rose quartz, this is your pile. And so I have already pulled from the Angelic Lightwork Oracle, but I want to save it until the end. And I just want to first give the messages that I pulled through in meditation for you, pile 1. The message began with knowing your own power, as well as being in touch with your sense of well-being. I heard that you are grace to this world, and your experiences are like a collection of medicines or antidotes or potions for others. You offer healing through your experiences to other people. But I also felt like in some way this could be literal, in that maybe you work with herbs, or you cook, or you bake, or you make some concoctions in some way, and you kind of instill them with your love. I feel that you help others put pieces together, almost like you are a coach or a therapist, a teacher, a mentor, or you're drawn to pursuing that kind of offering. I also heard that you need to release the weight of the world from your shoulders. I did feel like Raphael came through at the end of this message, and I saw this image in my mind of wounds being stitched with golden threads of light. And so I just want to offer that, but there is this kind of component of healing others that's coming in. And so maybe Raphael wants to work with you, or is for others, or wants to work with you for yourself. So I want to start with tarot first, just to get an idea of what Spirit wants to talk about today, what they want to bring up for you, pile 1. Okay, I wanted 3 and 3 stuck in my hand. So let's see what we have. All right, so first we have Ace of Wands. They probably won't stay. We have Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. The first thing I'm being drawn to is this 7 of Pentacles, and that the energy I'm getting around the 7 of Pentacles is of literal growth in some way, some like literal creation in the physical realm. So it is bringing up for me that maybe working with herbs or something that you grow. I'm also just seeing it in the context of having patience to let things manifest, to let things grow, to come to fruition, and that there is some questioning of, when will this happen? What is the time frame for this? Will this happen for me when it needs to happen? And it feels like Spirit here with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands is saying there is some kind of fresh and fiery energy coming in, that there is this realization of your own power. There is this new chapter of growth and passion in your life. And maybe for some of you, you have been waiting on a message of some kind, and you felt like you put in the effort, and you've been waiting, and you've been nurturing this, and it does feel like this news is going to come in, this message or this kind of moment of realization where you can move forward with maybe this new idea that you've kind of been waiting on developing. I am wondering if some of you are maybe starting a program to maybe become more of a professional in some way, where you can help other people or work with other people in some way that you are passionate about. And so there is this sense of maybe study and maybe a sense of like, oh, how long will this take? When will this happen for me? What is the outcome? And I do feel like Spirit is saying to have some patience and to trust this process. So I have some cards from the Work Your Light deck. All right. Interesting. So we have Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? And the Crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Okay, so with the Warrior Woman, yes, there is something here about what you're being called to, what you're passionate about. And if you haven't yet kind of taken that Ace of Wands up, maybe there's some doubt about maybe what you've done so far and if this will bring you to your calling. I feel like Spirit is confirming that here. And so maybe there is the doubt that you're clinging on to. Maybe it's just heaviness in general, like with what came through in the beginning with the weight of the world. Maybe there's just old ways of seeing yourself and what you're capable of. Maybe, especially with this wand energy, maybe a lack of confidence in yourself. But Spirit is saying to recognize how far you've come, how much you've grown, that you are this warrior, that you have been through these experiences, and that these experiences aren't things that are going to hold you back, but instead are going to influence how you can serve others. And it's that these experiences have also kind of informed you and taught you, like you were a student of life. It does seem like for this next up leveling, you will have to let something go. But it doesn't seem like this something has been serving you. It seems like ultimately it's been holding you back. It just feels comfortable. And I think this goes back a bit to kind of knowing your own power and your sense of well-being, that ultimately staying with how it's been isn't in your best interest for your health or your energy, for relationships, for your purpose, what you're being called to do, how you're being called to show up. So I have a couple cards from the Starseed Oracle. Okay, so we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. And we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah, so all those experiences that you've had, everything you've been through, like good or bad, have brought you to where you are. And there is this sense of surrendering to trusting the universe. And those lessons are meant to inform you in some way how you are going to change the world. Because as I'm seeing a new earth, it's happening, keep holding the vision. You do feel this calling inside you. It is there. It is something that the kind of old walls of your mind have maybe kept you from seeing, but those are crumbling. You are cracked open. So like that shell that was keeping you from seeing this from a greater perspective, that's crumbling away so that you can have this vision and move forward with it. And again, there is that sense of it is happening. To trust that it's happening. And that there's growth under the surface, even that you maybe can't see. There's acquiring of nutrients that you can't see. This is happening within you. And as you trust, as you surrender to it, it will begin to show up in your life. But there is this sense of kind of trusting that inner call. So I want to go ahead and get some Starseeds messages. Get a couple. Okay, that one wanted to come out. So we have love, live your truth, and share the love that is in your soul. And we have blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Yes, so again, that deep inner knowing of your own power, of who you are, it is within you, and that is your compass. And that doesn't lie to you. So if you are coming from love for others, as well as for yourself, pile 1, because this is always a good reminder that we have to give ourselves the love that we want to give to others. We have to love ourselves first. All right, so I was just shuffling the activations deck, and the card that flipped out is passion. Yeah. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Yeah, so this is about your passion. This is about what inspires you, what makes you feel powerful and connected, what helps you give that love to other people, showing up in your truth. So this is a reminder to keep that perspective, and that there is this balance between releasing as well as moving forward. And both are important to the process. You can't have one without the other. And so it is a reminder to keep that in mind, keep that in your heart, that you can navigate this, because you have this inner compass to keep you on your path, and to just trust that vision, to trust that things are transforming for you, pile 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one last card before your angelic light work. And this is the Keepers of Light. Okay. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Yes, exactly. This is about trusting your intuition, trusting your feelings around this. That what you are feeling inside, what your intuition is telling you, that pull, that nudge, you can trust it. This is your truth. You are connected, and what's happening is for you. And it does feel like there are ups and downs, but it does feel like you have this understanding that everything you've been through is important and serves a purpose in your life. And that you are going to see the results of that. And it's going to be this beautiful, rich, passionate outcome. So let's go ahead and look at your final card. Okay, so we have 28. Embrace your divine right to heal. So let's see. I'm going to read from the book. Okay, so embrace your divine right to heal. At times, suffering can feel profoundly intense and take us beyond what we believed was our capacity to endure. That suffering could be due to our own circumstances or triggered by what we witness around us. Archangel Gabriel asks you not to fear suffering, but to recognize that the divine will always support you and all beings in moving through it. The divine helps us grow and heal so we can learn to alleviate our own and each other's suffering through grace. Believe that healing, even from intense suffering, is possible. Recognize that powerful souls have a tremendous capacity for endurance and the magnetism to attract healing, compassion, and light that show the way from what has been into the grace of a new day. If you are struggling, you are encouraged to reach out to Archangel Gabriel and sources of help in the physical world, and believe in your divine right to heal and become free from what has oppressed your heart and mind. You shall thrive again. That's beautiful, and that's exactly the feeling of grace, that you are that grace. You embody that grace. It's a matter of showing up in it to grow and heal, and this is happening. And so I hope that this message is encouraging, that you are becoming aware of this process, and that there is this hope and there is a purpose to what you've been through, and that it feels very soon that things are going to start moving again with that Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Passion card, that you've been in this alchemy, this transformation, this healing, this growth cycle, and it has been difficult. But stay true to that inner calling, that inner voice, and you're going to see this deep healing, this deep connection to your purpose, and how you are going to show up for others. You're going to be a compass not only for yourself, but for others. So I hope that helps you, Pile 1. I give you my love, and I wish you all the best. If you liked this reading, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then go ahead and subscribe. But until next time, bye, Pile 1. Hello, Pile 2. This is your reading if you chose the clear quartz. Now, I have already pulled an angelic light work card, but I'm going to leave that for the end. So I'm just going to put it at the side. And I'm just going to offer you what came through in meditation for you before this video. So I got the sense that you were walking on pebbles or over river stones or something like gravel or like a desert or mountainous terrain. And the feeling that came with it was this heavy earth energy, but it didn't come through in a bad way. That's not in a negative way. It felt like you were searching for something, but there was this focus on your footing, almost like seeing your feet as you walk. And I then had this feeling of your spirit team beside you. And I heard the word solidarity. And the sense that I got is that they are ready to lift you up above these stones so that you can look ahead. And as I got this sense within my mind's eye, I saw farther down your path a mountain. There's a mountain ahead. But I got the sense of just focus on one step at a time, that this is a great journey, that there's no rush, and to see this as a grand adventure, and that there's many discoveries to be made on this path. It almost felt like the mountain was maybe the goal. Reaching the top of the mountain is that like pinnacle. I also suddenly had a crow or raven kind of come into my mind, and I felt like I was getting a close-up of the bird's eye, and I was just being drawn in and seeing eye to eye with this bird. It felt like there was some type of activation to your inner calling, sort of like an awakening, a rebirth feeling with this bird, and definitely with a kind of spiritual aspect to it, as crows and ravens often are associated with spiritual messages or omens. And it felt deeply mysterious, like there's these deep mysteries to be found, and that maybe you are interested in occult or metaphysical concepts. So I want to offer that to you, pile 2, but let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards. And I just want to pull 3 to see what spirit wants to bring up for you. Okay, we had strength fall out. Okay, so we have strength, we have the 4 of Cups, and we have the 8 of Wands. So pile 2, as I'm feeling into these cards with strength here, this feels like that inner resilience to trust the journey, to know that your team is with you, that you are not walking alone. With the 4 of Cups here kind of in the middle, it feels a bit like there's an offering here of strength. And there are messages around this coming into you, but there's, for some reason, within you a hesitancy to see it, that you're not seeing it for some reason, or it's not being acknowledged. I'm relating it back to that vision of kind of seeing your focus on your feet rather than ahead of you. So I'm reading this a little bit as like spirit is coming in and saying, hey, we're offering you strength and movement forward. But are you receptive to what we're offering? Are you open to it? And so the sense I'm getting is that there is maybe a lack of trust in what's been happening in your life, that you are not feeling good about where you are, and you're kind of seeing those stones that you're walking over like it's almost like annoying, and these little like obstacles, but spirit is coming through and offering you maybe a new perspective, or the kind of inner strength and inner calm to keep moving forward, to not give up, and to accept help where you need it. I'm also feeling that maybe there are others around you in your physical reality that maybe are offering help, but you felt reluctant to take it. I am feeling called maybe to clarify with one more card from Tarot. Okay, so you got the Empress. That's interesting because you have two major arcana here. With the Empress, this feels like, again, trusting the process and surrendering to it, to know that there are seasons and cycles, and there is an ebb and a flow to life, and to trust that, and to feel that that is powerful, to recognize how that shows up in your life, and to utilize it in some way to show up, to be in your power in that way. Being open and vulnerable and willing to give and trust is powerful. I just heard you're ready for more responsibility. And I'm wondering what this is about, but there is this feeling that like you feel not ready, that it feels like too big, like you're never going to reach the top of that mountain. So I've just pulled a couple from the Work Your Light Oracle. Okay, so we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. That's very much the Empress energy. So yeah, there's this sense of you are ready to bring something into this world. It feels very big, and you're like, how am I going to be able to do this? That's where this hesitancy and kind of reluctance is. But Spirit is saying, like, you have the strength to move forward. And there is a path that you will have to take. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to flow. It's going to have energy that pushes you forward. And so with Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Absolutely. That's what I was feeling, is that there's spirit on either side of you that is carrying you through. Like, I'm seeing this person here with these wings out behind her. She is being lifted. You're being lifted above this. This is offered to you, pile 2. Just open to it, surrender to it. Trust it. Trust that this is the process, and it seems daunting, but you are capable of this. Whatever this kind of, what this mountain is to you, you are ready to move toward it. So this one fell out for you. It's big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Again, these like this big creation. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Yeah, so as you are moving on this path, as you begin to trust and open to it, and you begin to see that mountain in the distance, it's going to feel more and more real, more and more like you are capable of climbing it, because I'm hearing like you're building that stamina, that endurance as you move on this path. And that if you just approach every day in that expectation of what good will come from this, what magical things will happen today, how can this get even better? That's like setting an intention through prayer to open you up to even more energy than you can possibly imagine. And that's that big picture thinking. That's what it is making me make that connection. So as you open your mind, your vision will change for what you think is even possible. Again, like with that kind of heavy earth energy that I was feeling for you in the beginning, you have this ability to manifest and to physicalize the life you want in this reality. It will take time and some patience. Pile 1 also got that message of having patience in the process. But it's absolutely worth it in the end. I can't make it up. Okay, so you had the card Gaia fall out, and just had another one. So we have Gaia, connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. Yeah, that's the Earth energy. It's potent, and you can draw upon Gaia's energy to help you, as well as your guides, your ancestors. Here we have Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Yes, you are ready. You are ready. Take the cup. You are ready. You do have a sense of like what you want to birth. You have this within you. And as you lift your eyes to that horizon, to that mountain, that is your kind of up-leveling in your consciousness, in your awareness. You are accessing more of yourself, who you are, what's calling you. That will start to flow in so much easier. Whew, I just had a card fly out. It did not want to stay in. So this is from the Keepers of Light deck. So you have Sanat Kumara. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Yeah. There is a sense that you've just kind of been ignoring it or trying to push it down, this calling, because you feel not ready, you feel unsteady, it doesn't feel like you're capable, but Spirit is saying you absolutely are capable, and we are here to support you, and that you have these magical big ideas that you can bring into this world, because you are the Empress. You can birth this. You just have to be devoted to it, to trust it, to keep that vision. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Sacred Geometry Activations deck. Just want one card. Ooh, okay. So we have 29, Healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Okay. So with this card of healing, this feels like there is this kind of sense of the rebirth that I was feeling before, that you are coming into wholeness. And by kind of connecting these pieces in your life, whether it's things you've been through or old ways of seeing things, you are releasing so much of that you are this new person. You are this kind of up-leveled consciousness, and things are going to flow more easily in harmony as you open up to this. Things can again flow, and there is that rhythm, the cycles of the earth that you will be in tune with. And so it will feel like there is ease here, and that you will discover so much about yourself and the world on this journey as you heal. Your mind is going to be more open to new concepts that you maybe never thought would be possible for you or is possible at all. So you are expanding so much in this process, pile 2. So I want to go ahead and just look at your final card. So here we have 39, Honor Thy Worth. So I am going to read from the book. Honor thy worth. Many beings wish to be granted the tremendous honor and opportunity of a precious human birth. Amongst the apparent polarities and tensions of spirit and flesh, light and dark, sacred and profane, rests the potential for embodied joyfulness, awakening beyond conditioning, and freedom grounded in loving peace. Archangel Uriel asks you to give up stories of unworthiness, shame, or guilt. It is within the power of your heart to grant yourself the spiritual reprieve necessary to know true freedom and responsibility for your path. You have much within you that is of tremendous worth and can be shared simply, kindly, and daily with yourself and for the benefit of others. You are worthy of so much. Recognize this and receive. Yeah, the healing. You're going to start to see how all of this can come to you, that you are worthy of taking that cup and moving forward. And again, that word, like you are going to be responsible for more. I think I said something like that earlier. That's what I heard. And so they're saying that you are granting yourself the spiritual reprieve necessary to know true freedom and responsibility for your path. Yeah, it's going to feel so much lighter as you begin to open up to this and to trust this calling that's within you, and that you are worthy of it. You were made for this. It wouldn't be calling to you. You wouldn't be having these feelings if you weren't capable. All right, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you much love and well wishes. Until next time, bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the sodalite crystal, then this is your reading. Now, I have pulled from the Angelic Lightwork Oracle, but I'm going to go ahead and set it aside because I want it to be your final message. Now, I do have some messages that came through for you, pile 3, while I was in meditation, so I'll go ahead and give you that now. I did feel that the Archangel Ariel came through for you, and I felt it very light and very connected to the earth, and it kind of moved into the sense of like an earth goddess, sort of like the Empress energy. And I felt that Ariel was bringing in this idea of accessing your inner strength. So with the strength card, where there's the person who is holding onto the mouth of the lion, it felt like instead of taming that strength, it felt kind of like letting it out, that there is a need to let that strength out. And that also this is what I heard, you are meant to pull down the stars onto this earth, that you are meant to embody the energy of the stars, the alchemy of the stars, almost like you could harness their power, their potency. I also got the image of the Hermit card, and it felt like you may be in a time of inner solitude and self-discovery. I got the sense of maybe going into the Akashic records, and I don't know that much about the Akashic records, but it felt like some exploration within them, if that's been calling to you. I get the sense that pile 3, you are meant to be this creative, expressive person, but that you are finding your voice and remembering who you truly are. One of the last things that came through was an image of a car, and I got the feeling of movement and travel, and I felt like this was related to you spreading your voice and sharing your voice to the world. This could be literal travel and movement, but I also just felt that it could be maybe virtual in some way, or with that feeling of creativity, that I guess there could be like a book, or there's some way that you're getting your voice out there, pile 3. So I do want to start with tarot. And I just want to get maybe about 3 cards to see what Spirit wants to bring up for you. Okay, so we had the Wheel of Fortune fall out. And we have the King of Pentacles. And we have Justice. Okay. So as I was, again, pulling through those messages in the beginning with the feeling of the earth energy, I am relating that to the King of Pentacles and his ability to create this empire, to grow this empire, this kind of abundant life, and coming from that strength and from that kind of core, that foundation that I associate with the King of Pentacles, that there has been this consistent work, and I am relating that to the process of you finding your voice. With the Wheel of Fortune, I am sort of relating it to the message around movement and travel. I feel like there are things coming into your life that are unexpected, but these are going to be packages of energy and experiences that will lead to your development. This development feels very foundational. Like I keep coming back to that word between the King of Pentacles and Justice, and that strong foundation, that balance, the ability to step back and weigh options, to weigh different outcomes and possibilities, like basically potentialities. That there is going to be some need for discernment as things come into your life, because maybe not everything that is presented to you is meant for you to take on, and that you're going to have to come from a sense of your inner balance, your inner voice, your intuition, your logic. You're going to have to see it through all of those lenses so that you can make an informed decision, so that you can be discerning. And I do feel like that's also related to the Hermit card. Like there's a sense of you getting into touch with what is you and what isn't you, particularly within your kind of programming and how you show up in the world. I am also relating the Wheel of Fortune to the Akashic Records message, that this could be an opportunity to explore. This is a little bit unusual for the Wheel of Fortune, maybe, but I'm getting this sense of kind of fun. And it's like, okay, like where is this gonna land next? What's coming up next? Almost like it could be spinning, and there is this kind of anticipation or excitement about where it's going to land. I think I want to get a clarifying tarot card to kind of pinpoint what's going on here. I just had one fly out. Hey, so we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so this, yeah, I mean, I was picking up on that fun energy, that there's some type of connection to others. So maybe what's coming up is that as you do your inner work, as you're kind of in that hermit mode, as you're doing the self-discovery and moving into a sense of like balance between intuition and the kind of, day-to-day practical development, as you're balancing this, you're going to be finding joy and like new avenues for joy and expanded companionship and friendship and things to celebrate. This feels very rich, and like you're gonna have opportunities to begin to practice sharing your voice within new connections to other people. I'm gonna go ahead and pull you some cards from the Work Your Light Oracle. And I had two fall out. So we have Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising, you are the Oracle. And the Crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Okay, so with the Crumbling, what you're clinging on to, I feel like that kind of relates to discovering what's you and what's not you. And as you start to sense what isn't yours, you can release it, and you have a clearer sense of what it is you are working toward, what it is you want, what it is you want to take on or not take on. With the Pillar of Light, as you do this, you will have that stronger connection to your intuition, and again, more of that sense of your own inner strength. You have the ability, because you are the oracle, to tap into what is meant for you and what is not meant for you, and to run with it. And this will be a very successful way of working toward your goals, to share your light and show up in the world. And it feels like maybe for some of you, what you want to do is to be a voice of reason and fairness and justice. And this is important to you, and because you feel so strongly for other people. So this process of you getting into touch with your own voice, your own truth, is really important right now, so that you can release like biases and things like that, so that you can truly be grounded and kind of a source of strength and stability for others. I am just pulling from the Starseed Oracle now. Want one more card. Okay, let's see. We have Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. And we have Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Yeah, so with Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. That's what I was kind of getting with the sense of the intuition and the kind of intellect, the kind of practical, kind of businessy aspect of you. This is all balance. This is all within you, and that it's meant to be together, that you are meant to come from this ability to discern by having this cohesion of all the ways you approach life. With Starkeeper, again, there's that kind of message around staying grounded. Since you are pulling light from the stars, you're pulling down the stars, you are embodying it, you could risk becoming ungrounded, especially if you're diving into the Akashic records. You could maybe become a bit too disconnected to serve in the highest way. So by staying grounded, you can again bring that star back down to the earth, because that's really what you're here for, is to embody that on the planet for other people as well as yourself. So I do feel like you have that strong connection. Maybe you are specifically a star seed, that you really feel that and embody it in this lifetime. So this is just that little reminder to keep staying grounded, because you're here to help other people with that connection that you have. So I'm just pulling from Starseeds messages. Okay. So we have intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. And we have magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. So again, with like that sense of you searching for your voice, for your paths that are available to you, those opportunities, of course, that all stems from you being able to trust your intuition and to get those answers. And those are coming to you. As you continue doing this, as you are releasing, that's going to grow so much stronger. And then again, you are coming at this in a very unique way. Like maybe you have a past with like experiences or study that is just maybe really not related to the kind of intuitive spiritual path, but that's just how it appears on the surface. But I am feeling like whatever it was, maybe it was more science oriented, or I don't know, mathematics or technological, like maybe there's something like that you are like well versed in, and you're gonna be creating like a cohesion. That's for some of you, if that resonates. That's kind of what I'm getting, because then you're gonna have this kind of balanced perspective in how you show up. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Keepers of Light. Okay, so we have Paul the Venetian experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So with that message, I am feeling like it's connecting to the Wheel of Fortune as it comes around, that's where you're getting the waves of inspiration, and that you are starting to pick up more and more in that process, and you're more capable of integrating as you are kind of refining as you're moving forward, and that you are seeing how you are more and more capable of sharing your gifts, of connecting with others. You're developing your voice and your sense of your truth that you can share. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Sacred Geometry Activations deck. Okay, this one's stuck in my hand. So we have 11, belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So pile 3, it is important that you integrate this into your belief system and how you see yourself. That for some of you, kind of moving from that maybe logical, not spiritual perspective, that there is this sense of disbelief. There's a sense of the old way you would see the world, but that has to crumble and be replaced in seeing how things are coming towards you now into your life. There is this sense of like undeniable connection. It's a matter of kind of reframing, it feels like, reframing to see that you are this unique and really important person, because you have these, what some would say maybe are opposing perspectives, but they aren't truly opposing. They can work together. These different experiences or mindsets that you've come from in the past, they are offerings like anything else, and that you have the ability to kind of shape this truth of yourself and to share it with others, because you have this message that other people need to hear. So I want to go ahead and just look at your final card. So here we have Safe Shelter. Okay, so for Safe Shelter, On a physical level, you might need to move home or find a place to live that is more aligned with your heart. You may be struggling with homelessness in your own life, in your compassion for those encountering such circumstances, or in your fear of it. Some people have a house, but not the emotional safety to transform it into a home. The Oracle of Safe Shelter calls upon Archangel Michael's protection to strengthen us from within so we can find the sanctuary we need. He allows us to feel spiritual safety and offers a firm inner foundation from which we can live our best life. If your physical or emotional life is in flux, or you need to be more grounded within your being and less in the opinion of others, for example, this oracle calls you back to the eternal home of light within your heart. Here you will be reassured that no matter what appears to be, the divine plan is unfolding and everything is going to be okay. Yes, so that firm foundation, that inner foundation, that is forming, and that is the process, and it can be hard to trust it, to believe it, to integrate it, but it is there available for you, Pile 3. And as you do this, you're going to be protected, you're going to be strengthened, you're going to stay grounded. As long as you are open to this new way, things are going to come to fruition, to manifest for you. That everything is unfolding as it should be. I am also just feeling like I need to reiterate that you are worthy of this, and that it doesn't matter where you've come from, that you are, I'm just feeling that sense of like reborn in every moment. You are a new person, and nothing that's come before can override who you are now and what you are intending now. Take the time to really feel that, to develop that. Know it's okay to take that time out to do that. Feel that within yourself, because then as soon as you get into that alignment, that power is there, that strength is there, your truth is there, your voice is there. So this is just such an important time for you, Pile 3. I hope this message was helpful for you. If you liked this reading, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button. I give you my love, and I wish you all the best, Pile 3. Until next time, bye.